Hey Dog Pros, Josh from Digiwoof here, and welcome to Clicks. In this video, I'm going to give you an overview of the platform so you're feeling confident about navigating it, and I'm also going to show you some areas where you can get help whenever you're needing it. And so to jump right in, we are in our dashboard here where you're going to be able to see data tracking that you can set up as far as how many people are coming into your business. You'll be able to mark people as won or lost or abandoned, and you'll also be able to see where they've shown interest, but they haven't necessarily taken an action. Now, with these metrics that we set, we can determine our conversion rate, and we can also see where we may be coming up short. We'll be able to see our full distribution as far as the different stages people go through in our business. And with having some better metrics, we'll be able to make educated decisions as far as what we might need to change. So for example, if we notice that we get 100 inquiries and only 10% of them are turning into discovery calls, is there something we need to do differently to get those people to take action in getting started with us? Now, scrolling down on our dashboard, you'll be able to see that we have tasks that we can set. So maybe there is something that we don't have automated in our business that we need to remember to do as far as invoicing, remembering to follow up with someone, et cetera, et cetera. And continuing on from our dashboard, you'll be able to see our conversations that will give you an overview of all conversations in your business. You'll be able to integrate into Gmail or Outlook. And beyond just email, you'll also be able to see any calls, voicemails, or text messages that you have with inquiries or clients. Additionally, with the conversation tab, we can see that we can send them a text where we'll be able to request payments. Or if I set an email for this contact, I could also send them an email from here too. We can see that I can book an appointment in the bottom right-hand corner. And if I move on to our calendars, this is where you'll be able to connect your Google Calendar or Outlook calendar to sync all of your availability. And you'll also be able to book an appointment from the calendar section as well. If we move on to our contacts, this is where you'll see a list of all of your contacts. And do note, if you filter down, you will be able to filter your contacts based on different criteria. So for example, a popular way of segmenting your clients is via tagging them. So for your puppy clients, you might tag them puppy. Your reactivity clients, you might tag them reactivity. That way, when we have these different tags, we can then filter down via whatever tag this is, and then we can create smart lists. So if I filter down to a tag of call, so everyone that's done a call with me, I can apply. And so as this is a test account, there's nothing in there. But if there were, I could then save this as a smart list and say, discovery calls. And so our automations are capable of adding tags or deleting tags based on what people do. So then these are live lists that are updating if you create the automations to have things update on its own. So then let's say you have a new puppy class that you're going to be releasing. So you want to email all of your puppy clients. You could have a smart list with all of your puppy people, at which point you could then select them all and then send an email, for example. And if we go inside of a contact, we can see that we have all of our fields that we might have associated with them. So their name, their email, phone, address, et cetera, et cetera. We also have different folders where we'll be able to organize information. So in this particular test account, I don't have a lot of information that I'm asking for, but as I create additional fields, I'll be able to organize these in my different folders. And if I want to go about organizing my folders and creating new fields, I can go into settings and then find my custom fields. And so if I go into folders, we can then see our different folders here, at which point I can add a new folder. So maybe I want a vet information folder. And if I click into a folder, I can then move things around. I might decide I want to add a field for a file upload, being a dog's photo, for example, or vaccine information. And so as long as I update these, it will then appear the same in the contact as well. So if I go into dog information now, name is on top of age. And scrolling down from here, as I noted, we can tag our clients in different ways manually if we need to. And we can also see any workflows they are actively in or that they have been in the past. We can also grant access to any of our online courses manually here if we wanted. And then in our middle column here, we'll see a record of any communications we've had with this particular client. So we can see that I can send them a text or an email, and I can also add an attachment or just use a template. So if this is a question where I have a pre-planned response, I can just plug that in and send it to them. I can also ask for payment, and I can also see any activity that this client has done. So I can see they've booked an appointment, I can see they've visited pages on my website, and then I can create tasks, take some notes if I need to, and book an appointment as well. Now, moving on from contacts to our opportunities, this is where we'll be able to set our client journey. We call them pipelines inside of Clicks. And so these are all of the different stages someone might go through in our business. And we do have a lot more training on how to set these up and automate them. But just know that you can go to pipelines and then create different stages for your pipeline. So someone might come in and show interest. They might then schedule a call. They might then do an initial consult. They might then need to be followed up with, or maybe they missed the call. And then we move them into onboarding, etc. And while setting up your opportunities isn't necessarily mandatory to use Clicks, this can be a very powerful tool in automating the different things you're doing inside of your business. And moving on to our payments tab, you can see that we can send invoices to our clients for the services that we are providing. And if I go into our integrations, this is where you'll be able to set up your Stripe account. This is our main payment processor that has the most versatility as far as subscriptions, installments, but do know that we also integrate with PayPal, and we do have others on the way too. Now, if we move into marketing, this is where you're going to find our social media planner as well as our email builder for all of your email marketing and newsletters. And you are also going to find trigger links too. So this is where you can set different links that are going to be useful to you. So maybe you set a trigger link for your free calls, so you can just easily access that from your conversations tab and send it to people, or for any of your programs as well. So you'll easily be able to add these trigger links to any of your emails without having to go hunt it down. And if we move into automations, our workflows are responsible for automating our business. So this is what makes everything kind of go together inside of Clicks. So if we want someone to get a text after we don't pick up the phone, then we would create an automation for that. Or if we want to send reminders and confirmations for any of our calls or sessions, we would create those automations inside of here as well. Do know that we have a lot of really in-depth training on creating automations. And just to get you started, all of these folders that you'll find in your account are in a linear fashion, and you can use any of these automations as a base to build off of. And if we move into sites, this is where you're going to find funnels and websites. And the difference between funnels and websites, we all know what a typical website is, where someone can click to different pages. On a funnel, this is where we are sending someone on a one-way path. We want them to go schedule a call. We then want them to fill out an intake form and then pay for something. So that is a pre-planned path where those are the only actions they can take. We often use funnels for marketing as well as payments or scheduling inside of our business. Do note you will find a lot of templates for different funnels that you can use, as well as websites. And to learn a bit more about our funnel and website builder, be sure to go to our Clicks Academy and find the one-day website, where you'll get an in-depth overview of using the website builder. And inside of sites, you're also going to find our form builder and our survey builder. So this is where you'll be able to create all of your intake forms, your waivers, and your contracts. And you'll also find our chat widget, which you can embed into your website. Moving on from websites, if we go into memberships, this is where you'll be able to set up all of your online courses. And we also have additional trainings on how to set these all up inside of the Clicks Academy. If we move on to reputation, we're going to find that we can send review requests to our clients. This is something we can also automate. And if we go on to reporting, if you run any Google ads or Facebook ads, you're going to be able to get data as far as how you're performing here. And you'll also be able to create reports around your calls and appointments as well. Now, below our reporting tab, you're going to find our Clicks Academy that we've talked about so far. You're also going to find our marketplace. So should you ever decide that you want us to set up your account for you, we do have done for you account setup services. And please know that you can find our AI content tool as well as our upcoming user trainings towards the bottom of our dashboard as well. And as far as getting help inside of the system, please know that you can schedule office hours with me 5 days a week via our office hours tab. And you can always talk to our support staff via live chat 24/7. And you'll find that up in this upper right-hand corner with this little chat guy here, where you're going to find a chat bubble right below my video here, as well as an in-depth help library too. So thank you again for joining Clicks, and we are really excited to see what you do with the system. And be sure to tune into the next video, where we're going to go into your integrations in setting up your email, social media accounts, and calendar availability.